Thank you so much for joining me in this video. 2 days back, I was having a session. It was a residential session where I was involving the teenagers into lots of activities. There were 8 of them, and the activity was based upon how they can comprehend things and how they can work along with teammates. It was a time-bound activity. They have to set a separate time, and the next team, the forthcoming team, will beat the clock. So basically a beat the clock challenge. Observe one thing, that is, they were doing it with a lot of ease, and that was a good news. Basically, the 2000 kids are really good in terms of gelling around with people, and they are able to make shortcut methods of accomplishing things. And one thing I observed, another one I observed was there is no sense of appreciation. Okay, but the activity completion standpoint, it was really good. They were very dynamic, they were very fast, they were having the fire in the belly, and they were really having lots of agility towards the point that they should complete the task within the stipulated time. But the mutual appreciation and giving the tap on the shoulder and having the sense of recognition and the broad perspective of looking somebody else's skill as a very big thing and getting so much surprised with that, reaching out the person and giving a tap on the shoulder. These things were not seen in that session. So I thought of giving them a lesson about that particular thing. That is having a sense of appreciation. And besides being into the team, when somebody is really doing some superior things than the self, reaching out to the person, saying straight from the heart and looking into the eyes of the person and stating that, what, I really got so much admired with the way that you have pulled that thing off. Very good. Keep it up. And I think I'll have to learn those things from you. When you do this thing, your heart becomes so comfortable, right? So it is all about doing that. And before doing that, you'll have very many clutches pulling you back. Come on, do you really have to do that? That person is a weirdo. So do you really have to go to the person and speak and look into the eyes and tell him that she is or he is good in that? Come on, give me a break. So this is what your mind automatically appears with the syntax, and it gives it syntax and it poisons your mind and you forget it. Okay, let's not do that. And this anecdote starts continuing in the profession as well. This starts continuing in the academics, it starts continuing in the peer group, it starts continuing in the team, and you become that character. You become a person who is very, very thankless, and you become a person who notices something, and besides noticing that, you don't reach out to the person and tell that something was good. So that provided a baseline for this video. So instantaneously I thought we should make a video about it. Some of the selection panel, if you get into central government jobs, and if you look into some of the private organizations, and exclusively when we speak about private organizations, in some of the interview selection panel, we have got very many people with this attitude. The muscle of appreciation, the sense of appreciation, and the willingness to give appreciation to the person who is really doing something good. It is basically very weak, and it is a bleak thing. They don't have that tendency. So I feel responsible. Going back to those 8 kids, I really felt responsible that I'll have to imbibe that skill into their mind. So what I did was I spoke about some therapies and some interventions that could give them that sense of appreciation. When do you appreciate? When was the last time you really appreciated a person out of your heart? And what do you get by that? Do you really appreciate by your heart, from your heart? Or do you really appreciate to get something back? I'm not very good at it. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I will have to be very good at it before I teach something to you. But I tried. In that point, I might admit I tried. I really tried, and it was successful. I'm using an app every single day, and in that app, I'll have to interact with some people every single day. And whenever some people come across to my profile page, I take a point to say thanks to them, and I take a moment to appreciate them. And when they are doing something good, irrespective of the age, irrespective of the geographical location of the person, the race of the person, I appreciate. It is a different story altogether whether they acknowledge the appreciation or not. I don't expect that, but I appreciate. Really from the heart. And that eases me up. At the end of the day, when I close my eyes, I think, who are all the people that I have criticized today? Who are all the people that I have made special today? Made feel special today? Who are all the people that I have made feel special today? So when I think these people whom I have appreciated, they come into my mind and I feel satisfied and I retire from the day and I sleep. I doze off. I want you to have the same peace of mind every single day. Look into your profession. Look into your college life, school life, if you're a student. How often you appreciate? The small act of kindness. How often do you do that? When your classmate does a wonderful seminar presentation, do you go to the classmate and look into the eye of the person? Beautiful. It was really a good presentation. I thoroughly enjoyed with the way that you have presented. Have you ever done that? Yeah, I have done that. I have done that. Question is, good if you had done it, but have you done that from the heart? That's what is my question. If you say no, then tell me what actually stops you from it. What is actually stopping you from doing that? I'm really curious to know. Well, Mr. Manikandan, I get a feeling when, you know what, I get the feeling to appreciate. I have the drive to appreciate. But when I go to the person, this thing, the past anecdotes that this person has done to me, all of a sudden shows in my mind and I revert and I refrain from that. This person is not such a kind of a person who deserves my appreciation. Why should I go on? So then I get back. So this is preoccupied flashback of your adverse moments that you had with that person. Second reason might be, no, that's not the way I was raised. You know, my dad and mom did not tell me that moment to moment, time to time, you will have to see something to appreciate and you have to go and appreciate. They're just living their life and I'm just living mine. That's it. This is the second response. Third response, yeah, it will be good, but going to the person, talking to the person, too much load of work. Laziness. And if you go for a fourth reason, the fourth reason could be, well, what am I getting back? Why the hell I should go to the person and reach out to the person, look into the eyes of the person, speaking something, and I'll have to frame some adjectives for appreciating him, and why should I do that? What do I get in return? There's nothing to pay back, and why the hell I'll have to go and do? Otherwise I don't like the person at all, so why do I go? So likewise, several reasons, but the first four reasons I mentioned are the main reasons. We will speak about a particular technique where it's called as the halo around the head technique. Halo around the head technique. When you come across something good, when you come across something to be astounded or something to be acknowledged or appreciated, please visualize that there is a halo behind the head of the person. Right? A big, dynamic, divine halo around the person's head. And you have to feed that halo. And the halo says, appreciate me. Appreciate me, please. I beg, appreciate me. Every single person has got that halo effect. But they don't say, but you got to understand that the halo has to be. The halo, it's a kind of an LED bulb. And when you go and give the appreciation, the indication goes off. And the person will feel good. And the moment the person feels good, the halo goes off. So I want you to have this as a metaphor so that you can go and appreciate the person. If you're a student in a college, your classmate or your benchmate or your peer, for that matter, does something good, go straight, have this real man-to-man approach and give a firm handshake and say that I really loved the way that you did that. Your presentation was so good. Like, just go give a handshake. I heard that you got good credits in this particular semester paper. You had a lot of difficulties on that. I'm so happy that besides all the difficulty, you pulled it off. Good job. Isn't that nice? Go to your teacher stating that, ma'am, thank you so much. Today's class was wonderful. I was able to catch up exclusively between 11 and 11:15 when you explained about that concept. I was really having a trouble with that. So happy that you had given proper clearance. You don't expect any smile or laughter or a kind of a rejoiceful feeling or a light getting glown onto the face. You don't expect all those things. Just do it. Just do it. For your happiness, just do it. Look into the eyes, give the appreciation, give a firm handshake, give a tap on the shoulder. Depends upon the gender, right? So, give a tap on the shoulder and give a tap on the shoulder if you are a man and the other person is also a man. and just have a eye-to-eye conversation if it is opposite gender, and just say it out and leave. Fantastic professionalism, a very good leadership, a beautiful level of self-esteem boosting for you and for them. The person might be wondering, I mean, besides the response or besides the judgment, why does this person come and appreciate all of a sudden? Is this the reason? Is that the reason? Let them judge. Let them really have some sort of assumptions or some guesses. You're not responsible for the wrong guesses and wrong judgments. You know what you have done. But I feel is the younger generation these days need a lot of things about. Need a lot of this thing. I'm sure my kids here who are attending classes, and when I go to the college, when I conduct some workshops, when one team is making a presentation, I make sure the other teams who are listening to them, I make sure they are giving a proper appreciation. Recently, I have brought up a system where some elements will be given as token of appreciations. I used to carry rings and coins, and I used to ask people to give appreciation rings once a presentation is done. I used to give 10 marks for this. I used to, if I would like to give 10 marks, I would like to give an yellow coin. If I would like to give 15 marks, I would like to give a green coin. If I would like to say to the person that there is always a scope of improvement, I would like to give the red coin. Likewise, I have made as an appraisal system, and people really enjoyed it. Even in the month of June, July, I conducted that and people really enjoyed. Why not bring that as a life system? As one of the routine of your life? Just go to the person and give the appreciation. Why do you stop? If you are not appreciating the things that are deserved to be appreciated, there are only 4 reasons. Reason number 1, you are jealous of it. Reason number 2, you are so insecure. Reason number 3, you did not have your wisdom eyes opened up to see that it was a good thing. And reason number 4, you have a severe comparison mentality. And I can trigger out lots of other reasons, but these 4 are the main reasons. If you're not appreciating, you are holding any of these 4 reasons or all the above, who knows? So make a self-appraisal. But remember this halo effect. Even you have the halo. Only you know who are all the people really noticing your halo and they are doing something about it. But that's secondary. But what you give, that's primary. What you give, do, be, give, have. Okay? Do, be, give, you take care, and have will automatically be taken care of itself. So you be the giver. Just go and appreciate, and you don't have the need of any strings to be attached if you would like to go and appreciate. Just go, look into the person's eyes and give the appreciation. That's it. So, coming back to the corporate life, most of the youngsters are feeling so drained up because they are not getting this proper deserving appreciation for them from their bosses, from their respective departments, and sometimes even from the peers. And I don't want you to be such a source of dry feeling the others. This guy, he doesn't even have a heart of giving the appreciation. Hell with him. I don't want you to earn the bad name. Do this. It's a character building thing. Just keep going and do this. You'll be really astonished with the result that is fetching you up. So why don't you try this? Always look into the halo behind the head of the person and understand that the halo can be really dealt by you by appreciation. Keep appreciating. Keep appreciating. We all might not be very rich enough to hand over wealth and shares of money, or we might not be that much rich to share our wealth, but we are always rich enough to give the appreciation and special feeling and lifting that self-esteem up. In that way, I want you to be a richest person. Try that. Thank you so much.